I usually hate this lighting because it makes me yellow, but we're doing it. It's too dark outside and it looks like dark in here. Also, I took out my teeth for this video because I didn't want to drink this with a straw. I wasn't in the mood. Also, my hair's a mess. I just put it up in a ponytail in hopes that it would look slightly normal. Today is just not. I miss the sun. I miss it so much. Hi, my name's Lizzie, and I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. Oh no, it has to be like.
No, because like a
How does it
capital K.
Okay, no, it's like this. It's like this.
Yeah, K.
Today we're going to talk about dating and why I hate it. I feel a little bit weird talking about this because, to be honest, I don't usually talk about this until you really get to know me, but I thought why not, because I'm usually very private about my dating life, and I've only dated 3 guys ever, and one of the relationships was a week long, literally a week, so I just don't date. Or you know what my issue is that I wait for them to approach me, which is a strategy. Specifically, we're going to talk about dating apps and why I hate them. And some of you out there may really like dating apps and may really find them just great. But for all of you out there who just fucking hate this activity, welcome. Welcome. I hope there's people out there like me, or I'm alone, and that's so fine. So first off, let's just talk about in the real world, non-virtual world. Beginning conversations. Not it. I really struggle to meet new people. Honestly, if I'm introduced with somebody else there, I have like so much confidence because I have them to kind of rely on for starting conversations and for when things get awkward, because I am queen of awkward silences. Hey. Oh, and the awkward. I do that a lot. It's fun. And talking to, I want to say boys, because I don't know when you start referring to guys our age as men, but I don't feel like I'm ready yet. So talking to boys, it gets 10 times worse, especially when I like them beforehand. It's like there's occasional running away. There is. So knowing that, you can imagine dating apps where you have to think out everything beforehand will drive a girl absolutely nutty. Or boy. If you're a boy, you can relate to this too, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, let's talk about which dating apps exist and which ones I use. I first have, so there's only 3 that I am like aware of or ever tried out. I'll just, list them off right now. There's Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. If you know any other ones that exist, cool for you. Already this is too much. I only use Hinge, and that's because Bumble, you have to start the conversation. I can barely hold a conversation, let alone start one, so. And Tinder's not a dating app, let's be honest. It really isn't. It's a hookup app. And if you're into that, totally okay. But if you're looking for a relationship there, I suggest maybe looking somewhere else. It's an idea. It's an idea. It's an idea. So Hinge. Hinge on people's profiles have 3 get to know me things. I don't know what they're called. I don't even know. They're just 3 fun facts that usually start with a prompt. So there's a question beforehand my favorite thing to do is don't judge me if, and then you write something about you. And it's a great way to have a good conversation starter, especially for your awkward peeps out there like me. So, hey, the issue is that if you don't have a good conversation starter, it can be real awkward. But if you have a really good one, you're about to get 50 texts about this one thing. For instance, maybe I should get my phone so I can read this off. I don't usually like looking at my phone when I'm talking to someone, but since this is about a dating app, I brought out my phone. Just, so that I can see exactly what's going on here, okay? But I promise it won't be out this whole video. I have a thing about people with their phones out. That's a whole other thing, a whole other rant I can go on. You know what? Pause this video for a second. I'm gonna go on this rant, okay? Since when is it important for you to get back to a text within the hour? I'm sorry, what? There are people that you are with and you don't have to look at your phone. I sincerely hate this, is that if I don't get back with even, it should be 24 hours. It's like sending an email, a fast email, okay? I'm not gonna text you back right away because you're texting me. If you're in my face, that's rude. But if I'm texting, I have no obligation to that. Really? It really pisses me off. Anyways, back to the video. That was my rant. Damn, I got a little heated there. It's fine. So I wrote here on my thing, I'm overly competitive about board games, specifically Settlers of Catan. Now I thought this would be a cute little thing and that not a lot of people out there play this game, and I would find a niche little group of guys that can say something about it and we can laugh about it, right? I was so wrong. Yeah, no, literally every beginning text I get from a man's either I love this game, we should play, or are you a longest road person or a biggest army person? Now, if you don't know what this game is, it's a great game. Learn how to play it because it's great. And then you don't want to change it back because it gets 10 times more awkward without it. But literally, I can't keep up with how many times somebody's going to talk about this game with me. I mean, it's like thinking of something newswork and then I don't even want to look at the app, I really thought apparently it's way more popular than I knew. It's fine. So having a conversation starter is a struggle, but now let's talk about keeping the conversation, okay? Number 1, if you text me with, I have a list here, I have a list. So just, get ready. Are you ready for this list? If you hit me with, when I ask you, how are you doing today? If you hit me with this, we're done. Are you ready? JCHBU. If I hear that, we're done. The fuck is that? Please tell me what the fuck that is. That is not a conversation at all. That is a conversation you don't want to be having with somebody. We're just starting a conversation and you're going to start off with JCHBU. The only thing I can think of for you is that you just want to fuck. That's the only thing I can. That's all I got for you. Because anything else, I don't know what game you're playing, sir. I don't. And also no thank you. Are you ready for the next one? Another thing that I hate while we're having the conversation is the whole, how you been? Good. How's your weekend? Great. Kind of lose the conversation. And then another, how are you? I'm good. How are you? How are you? How are you? Like over and over again, and it's just the whole conversation, and there's nothing else happening. It's like we can't get past how are you. And it's sad that I will continue doing this how are you thing for months. And then finally, it just bores me enough that I just unmatch. Another thing is that I get so worked up about texting people. Like, I get so nervous and end up just backing out from texting at all or just avoiding it because I don't even know what's like the right thing to say, and I don't know what proper dating etiquette is because I don't do this a lot. Usually the guy comes up to me, and usually he's in my class or in my friend group, and I really regret it later, but that's what I usually do. My track record isn't great. What can you do? What can you do? Well, you cannot do that, I guess, if you're smart. Yeah. But here I am, getting nervous about texting boys. Oh, the sun is out. Oh, nice. That's really nice. That's nice. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, another thing that I just really dislike is when they text back too fast. That is so overwhelming. Give a girl some time, okay? Like, don't give her too much time because then she thinks that you don't like her anymore. But don't give her 0 time because then there's no way it's too intense. It's just too intense. Like, you know, it takes me like 30 minutes to think up a text and then you're going to reply so fast afterwards. It's like I need to process the afterwards of then sending it. So I need a minute. So yeah. I hate it when things are going good, too good in fact, where you guys got like a back and forth banter and things are going super great and your humor's on the same level and it's fast back and forth and you're hitting all the notes and he is too, and then it's like this, I'm gonna kill this conversation, it's gonna be my fault, I'm gonna kill this little baby that we made together. I what? Help, please. And then you get nervous and then start forgetting everything you were gonna say or do or how to even type, and yeah. I think I got a little mini anxiety attack just thinking about it right there. It's fine. I'm fine. How are you? Another thing is that sometimes I just get bored and like sometimes I'll get bored and I'll feel bad and I'll go to Hannah and I'll be like, is he just boring or am I just being me? And I mean, most of the time she takes my side because she's the best sister in the world, and yeah. Sometimes a guy will be like, hey, how are you? And I'll get bored just from that first sentence. So, I mean, maybe she shouldn't always take my side, but what can you do? Sisters gotta love. I think another thing that adds to my anxiety though is like, I've said this in other videos, but I'm pretty dyslexic. And excuse you, rude. What was I saying? Oh, I'm dyslexic, which, you know, is fine, but I struggle with texting. I get like anxiety every single time I have to think up something I want to say and text it out. Thinking up something or texting out something longer is very strenuous, I want to say, on my brain and on me, so I'll often try to do it as short as possible. The issue with that is sometimes I come off angry, I guess. I get a lot of times in my text like, are you mad at me? And I say, what? No. Why would I be mad at you? We're fine, we're having a nice conversation, what are you talking about? And they said, well, you're just not really, you don't sound so enthusiastic through your text. I'm like, sorry, I didn't mean to. I was just texting hard. Yeah. What I try to do now is add a lot of exclamation points in my sentences to make it seem more happier, but I don't know if that's like comes off crazy. I don't know. Who knows how any of this works? If there's an exact science, please give it to me. Please help me out, please. So I know what you're thinking, right? Like, why don't you just call them? Why don't you just tell the boy, hey, look, texting ain't for me. Call me, please. I would, but I struggle with that one too. Because first off, you have to have a long enough conversation where it's socially acceptable for you to give him your phone number. If you give him it at the beginning, then it's like I might come off too strong. Another thing is that I match with, let's check. Currently, I have 70 matches. If I gave out my phone number to 70 people, how would I accomplish that? I don't see myself keeping up with those texts or even responding to even texts from my sisters at that point. I might just avoid my phone in general, like forget it places on purpose because 70 people? No. And then there's voice notes. So you're like, okay, so if phone number doesn't work, first off, can you even send voice notes through Hinge? Oh, you can't even send voice notes through Hinge. Never mind. But if you were texting, let's say, and you send voice notes, I don't actually mind that so much. It's just, I don't know, something about them I really don't like. Also, another thing is that I always, by mistake, delete them, or I'll listen to it and regret how I sound or what I said. Like, I don't want to hear myself again. But I can't help but click on that to see what I said again. Okay, let's talk about ending a conversation. Now, this is a very rare occurrence for me, but if I get to the point where we had a great conversation, but now it's time to end the conversation, if we're having like banter back and forth, I never know what to do with that. Like, do I tell him, hey, I'm not going to text back for a while? Text, yeah, I already hate it as I'm saying it out loud. I hate that. Yeah, I don't really know how to go about it because, like, okay, so if we're texting back and forth really quickly, is it now awkward for me to say, bye? I don't know, one time I was texting this guy and we were having great banter back and forth, and then I was like, okay, I want to go to bed, but I feel weird not texting him saying anything because we've had this back and forth for like hours now. So then I told him good night. He never texted me back again. It was way too soon. It was the first day. We were texting the first day. I guess it was weird to say goodnight. But this is what I'm talking about. Even ending the conversation. Like, I just don't end it? And it's like I can't even meet people right now because of COVID, and this is how we meet people now. It's fine. Also, one last thing that I do that's not good is sometimes I won't even look at the guy's profile or anything. I'll just do like a serial no, like swipe lefting, just constantly, very quickly, and there's no, he could have been cute, he could have been great, but honestly, if I ever swipe no on somebody, don't take it as an insult. In most cases, I'm not even paying attention because when it comes to dating apps, I'm very arbitrary and it really depends on the day of the week. I could feel like I really want to text somebody and I could feel like I don't need men. What are they? They suck. So yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna go find men to fall in love with, but apparently not on these dating apps. I can't wait till COVID's over and I can just, I don't know, go to a bar or go somewhere. Where do you even meet men in real life? I don't even know. Well, that was my rant today. You are so welcome for it. If you like dating apps, or if dating apps are your thing, that is totally okay. Actually, that's better than okay. You're doing the most in life. You're doing the best in life. Yeah. Also, comment down below what your favorite dating app is. Or if you struggle with dating apps too, same. You can Comment down below where your favorite place to meet guys are, even if it's a bad place like me in classrooms. Don't do that. It's a bad idea, trust me. Because then you have to go to school with this person. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Alright, so if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, cool, I guess. I don't know. Give it a like, because that's what our YouTubers say. I don't know. And if you're not already subscribed, I post a video weekly. Come join the crew, the gang. Yeah.